Okay, this is Graham Thickens at the Minnesota Cup finalists reception at Carlson School, and I'm with one of the co-founders of the Minnesota Cup, Scott Litman. How you doing, Scott?
Doing well.
Good. You got quite a crowd here.
Yeah, we have about 180 people tonight.
Wow. Yeah. And how many semifinalists? 47 or so?
We have about 47 semifinalists, and if you think about each semifinalist has typically 2 or 3 participants, so we've got about 125, 150 entrepreneurs that are kind of in that mix.
Sure. And they're here with their board members and investors and,
and
advisors and mentors.
And so we also have, along with the entrepreneurs that are the semifinalists, we have review board members, we have sponsors, we have mentors arranged for by the Carlson School. Great group tonight.
Yeah, really. So what did you think about this year's event as far as the quality of the applicants and so forth?
Well, I'll comment on 2 things. One is overall participation was really great. We had over 1,000 participants. But the other thing is, so I'm on the review board of the tech division, so I haven't read the clean tech or the biosciences, and while I've heard good things from the other review boards, I can say I read all of the high tech entries, and we had the best field of tech entries we've ever had.
Wow.
One of the things I'll say is that when we first started the competition, I was disappointed that we didn't get enough tech participation. And in the last couple of years, we've really seen an increasing quantity and quality of the tech entries. And so this year, we probably had about 30 entries that were qualified to be semifinalists, and it was challenging how we got down to 10. And in fact, we took the healthcare IT ones and put them in the biosciences division, and we took some others that weren't tech enough and put them in a general to get the tech entries.
To make it more fair or more distributed.
To get more quality entries into the semifinal
beautiful.
round.
So there are 10 high-tech semifinalists?
Yes.
And how many categories overall? I keep forgetting.
There are 6 divisions: clean tech, biosciences, high-tech, general, student, and general.
Well, and student,
yes.
Right? Yeah.
Somewhere in there, there's 6.
Yeah, right. So it was high quality of entrance.
Really happy with the tech
Were more of the semifinalists further along this year as far as raising funding, would you say, or not necessarily?
Well, I would say that one of the things that's great about tech is that we see entries that are further along, and whether they raised capital or not, or they just did it on sweat. You see people building businesses, launching businesses. We saw lots of things that already were past proof of concept, were in beta, and were just further along. And so whether they had capital or not, and we had some of each, it was more important that we saw that there was just progress, people out just doing things, building their businesses.
What would be an example of a semifinalist that's already raised a lot of money? Would there be an example of one that you can think of, or?
I've got to think about many of them have raised some kind of money.
Yeah,
friends and
angel
family.
money anyway. Yeah.
More often friends and family.
Okay.
That's probably the biggest, because angels is the step after friends and family.
Yeah. So there aren't that many semifinalists.
There's nobody that's already raised a Series A or anything like that.
Right. But there's some that have probably raised angel, but none that have raised like a huge amount of money yet.
Correct.
They're still fairly early on.
Very much so.
Yeah. So where does the process go from here now? The judging, or explain how it goes from here. I know it ends in September, right?
Exactly. So from here on out, the semifinalists have to write a 20-page business plan, and they have about 3 to 4 weeks from today to complete it. The review board in each division, so specialist in clean tech, specialist in biosciences, specialist in high tech, depending on the division, will read all of those, the 10 plans per division, and out of those 10 plans, they'll name 3 of them as the division finalist. The division finalist will give oral presentations to the review board, and out of that we'll name a division finalist, or actually a division winner, that'll then compete for the grand prize against other division winners.
And does that step happen where the finalists are announced? Is that August by that time?
Yeah, that'll be the later part of August, and then by the end of August or beginning of September, then we have the division winners, and then they compete about 10 days later for the grand prize.
Yeah. And you have that final reception. Where are you doing it this year?
We'll do it at the McNamara Center like we always do.
Place.
Yeah, it works out really well.
So how many judges are there for each? Are the judges the same across all divisions?
No, I mean we have specialists.
Right.
So we have clean tech specialists in the clean tech division only. We have high tech specialists in the tech division.
Yeah.
So there are typically about 7 to about a dozen judges per division, depending on the division.
Yeah. Well, it's quite an event, Scott, and I'll let you get back. I know you've got some mixing to do here.
Thank you very much, Graham, and I always appreciate your coverage of the Minnesota Cup.
Yeah, well, I love coming. So talk to you later.